So, Carrie, I want to ask you about this idea of media takeover because after Elon Musk purchased Twitter, changed it into X, there's no doubt that he exercised some power there. So how do you hear this even in jest kind of purchase of a cable network?
Good to be with you tonight.
Good to be with you as
Thanks
well.
for having me. I think that we should believe everything that is said coming from this administration. I don't think that we have the luxury to dismiss it as him being someone who's being funny or someone who is just being himself or that is his brand. X, and you said in some ways, always. I feel like X, I don't know if anyone is on it in any capacity. I don't know if you're on it. And you're the only one? You're on it? You all are on it? Okay. I've actually decided to take a rest of peace because it is not a peaceful place for me. And I know if in fact you don't agree with this current administration, most people can say that it's not a peaceful place. I wouldn't be surprised if there was an actual bid made to take on MSNBC, but the fact that it just can't happen in real life.
And we just can't. It's not even for sale.
It's not officially for sale.
The last time he mused about maybe buying something,
it's not even realistic in real life. But I do believe that media, everyone sitting here at this table, if you don't agree, we're in for some tough years ahead. I do believe that we are not going to be able to be as safe or say what we want to. I don't think free speech is going to be as free.
Now, Scott, I want to bring you in here.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It is a new day. We thank the good Lord it's a new day. Thank God it is a new day. So good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. It's me again, WJNI Channel 1, live many seasons. I'm just going to get out of the way because it already started and I'm boiling already. So Elon Musk is floating the idea of buying MSNBC. And you can see the lady clearly stating, oh, it's going to be a problem. X is no longer what it used to be. I was never really on Twitter, but now I'm an X. And this whole idea about, oh, it's never going to happen, that she's saying, I disagree. That's what they said about X. It was never going to happen. It did happen. But let's just listen to what they're saying here. What's going on here? Why are they so concerned? Oh, we're not going to have free speech. I tell you, I think the contrary, actually. I think we are actually going to have free speech if that happens. Let's listen to Scott here. Let's listen to what he has to say. Let's go.
Here, because this kind of link to Orban, we don't pull it from nowhere. There was a former member of the Hungarian parliament who was writing in Politico who kind of talked about this effort by that government and how specific it was in terms of purchasing media specifically for propaganda. Do you hear why they're making that connection?
I mean, is the concern that certain media outlets would become propaganda arms of political ideologies? I mean, don't we already have that in this country at a large scale? I mean, also, I heard what you're saying about X. I saw a survey this week. It's now the most ideologically balanced user platform.
Scott, stop. It's too early. I just sat down. I've only been here for 2 minutes.
You cannot continue to say
the show, you cannot say that.
That's not the case.
So
Who's the source of that?
What I find, we reported it on this network.
It's not accurate, and you know it.
Okay, I'll let you make your statement.
Scott, can I reframe it a different way? Because the site changed radically, right? So whether you think the voices it is somehow more balanced now, that's fine. But no doubt Musk's influence is profound, and that you open it up and now you're there with his opinion and he is now part of this administration. So does anyone else think that there should be this greater concern about billionaires purchasing media companies?
Why didn't she let Scott finish his thought? They kind of just brushed him aside. We know what's going on, and this is why. It's just not making any sense. They took over the media. They want to say what they want to say and then silence the other people. But I believe, honestly, I do believe with this new administration, you'll be able to say what you want to say. Yeah, I don't see that happening where they silence the left. I don't see that happening. But the left always want to silence the right and say, no, you do as we tell you. No, you cannot say that.
Okay. Would you be worried if Bill Gates controlled MSNBC?
No, because he's sane.
Because MS in MSNBC
MS.
comes from Microsoft. It was a partnership between Microsoft and NBC way back in the 1990s, back when Microsoft was under investigation by Bill Clinton's DOJ for monopoly. I don't remember anybody panicking over MSNBC back then.
No, they definitely did. But yeah, continue. Well, like Fox was launching, MSNBC was
And it's
launching.
still
The
here.
cable news network was shifting. The landscape
But
was shifting.
isn't the issue that the left has gotten so used to controlling almost all institutional information distribution arms in this country that when one
Bingo. That's what it is. The left are so used to controlling majority of the media. As a matter of fact, if I remember quite well, I think Fox News is probably the only conservative, and I listen to them all. I listen to CNN, I listen to MSNBC, I listen to Fox, just to get a balance. And I notice it's always just about silencing the other side from MSNBC and CNN. Fox, sometimes they do it, sometimes they balance, but at least they try. You know, none of them's got it perfect. It's either they're far outright to the left or they're trying to be in the middle somewhere. So Scott is right on the money here. Yes, he is right.
little piece of it, whether it's X or MSNBC or anything else gets taken away, the panic is so outrageous. I mean, that's how used to the left is having control of all of it.
I don't think that that's an accurate assessment when you look at something like Sinclair Broadcasting Group that has purchased most of the local newspapers and local television stations and sends out distributed information that their anchors are supposed to follow for the correspondence. That is a conservative leaning group. I think the difference, though, I'm not siding with Elon Musk at all here. The one thing to point out is that platforms are not regulated right now, which gives them carte blanche to whatever they want right now. Elon is not someone who likes to be regulated. And so to buy MSN, he would go under some federal regulations.
Who's regulating CNN right now?
Good question.
We're not a broadcast. It's cable.
I mean, I don't really think cable stations are under the same regulatory structure
doesn't go over public airwaves.
that broadcast is.
It's definitely regulated more than than Facebook and
There's
Twitter.
still, what she's saying is that there's still a litmus test of journalism that you have to pass. You can't
That you
come on
don't have
TV
on
and just
platforms.
make up things and say things. That happens on X. Please don't give me the eyebrow furrow as if you don't know what I'm talking about. It happens often on X. I can go.
This lady, this she's an example of what we're talking about. People that like to control other people. I've told you, you can't have a say. And that is the problem we're experiencing today. She's been trying to control Scott. Scott has his own minds trying to speak. No, you're not right. They want to have full monopoly of everything. You cannot speak. You say as we say, you do as we do. And that's why they're afraid, in my opinion. That's why they're afraid, because once MSNBC, if it happens, is purchased by Elon, out goes all their monopoly.
And say the color is blue, and I will be met with so many disrespectful remarks. No one's regulating the N-word. No one's regulating the criticism. No one is regulating how people are
lies.
treated.
How much
or
government
the
regulation
lies.
of the First Amendment are you for?
Let me tell you something. If I came on here and I just started calling you all kind of names, do you think the bosses would let me continue to do that?
I mean, it happens to me occasionally. I don't know if you
well,
watch
it
the
doesn't
show.
happen to you, but it doesn't happen for me. And I know that I wouldn't be able to do that. There's a level of professionalism in what we do here, because we are journalists and we adhere to something, at least morally. And there is no moral compass on this thing called
You're
X.
also having a conversation about a person who has the ear of the White House in a very profound way. And you have had the former president, the president-elect, talking about yanking licenses, right, as part of the broader Republican
If you
argument.
disagree.
Did you notice when she was saying the former president, she was like raising her eyebrows? Why do they do that? Why can't you just speak normally? Just rolling your eyes and raising your eyebrows like in disgust, essentially. Why are they doing that? And you think people can't see that? And with all of that, he still won the election. What does that tell you? The American people are sick and tired of this rhetoric from this left-wing media. They're sick and tired of it.
Yes.
that there is censorship and therefore people need to be punished for that censorship. Chuck?
And I was thinking about what X, former Twitter, the artist formerly known as Twitter, was like before. And to my sister's point is like when before Elon bought it, good and bad, there was a lot of things there. My wife refuses to go on it. She says it's a cesspool, and she's mad that I'm even still on it. She's got more sense than I'll ever have, and I'll tell everybody that. But I know when I open up the platform now, the first tweet I see is Elon Musk, no matter if I like it or if I don't like it.
Yeah.
The very first one all the
Whether
time.
you follow him or not. The other,
So
So what? He bought it.
But exactly. I was just about to say that. He owns it. If you don't like it, then you can get out. It's just as simple as that. He has the ability to buy it. When you buy something that's yours, you customize it how you want. You're not going to allow somebody to customize your place, your car, your shoe, your whatever it is that you own. No one customizes, even your phone. Are you going to hand your phone over to somebody to customize for you? It never happens. You see, these guys, they ask for things they can never give somebody else. And that's the problem. Asking for things you can never give somebody else is not the way to go. And that's the problem here. It doesn't feel good when they are on the other side. And that's the problem.
I also think that Twitter has fake computer
Yeah, it's
generated
bots.
things.
It's
bots.
absolutely.
So it's a little like, well, I don't think anybody. Are you real? Like, can I put? Are you a hologram of yourself? You know, I didn't touch him, everyone. But like, are you a hologram of yourself?
Part of it is like, I feel like on the one hand, oh, this is really navel-gazing. Should we be talking about it? On the other hand, it was so clear that the movement and shift in tone and ideas of what was happening during the campaigns were very much affected by social media, right? When Kamala
ask
Harris
people in
entered
focus
the
groups,
race,
where they get
and
their-
it was like
right.
TikTok said she was a thing.
Yeah, TikTok is literally the source of information
Yeah.
for millions of people, and
Everybody
that is
under
very
35.
And
that's very scary and misinformation. And so, if in fact someone like Elon Musk had any sort of control over an entity, he's not listening to any rules or regulations. People like that,
You
as
think the
you will
TikTok
know,
owners are?
No, it doesn't. Listen to what I'm saying. Elon Musk, if in fact in charge of any actual television station, network, etc., he's only going to listen to his own rules. Case in point, every time the first tweet I see is Elon Musk. If I want to go on that place, it's not being regulated. About 2 years.
Does this lady look like somebody who listens to anybody else's rules? Does she sound like she listens to anybody else's rules? But yet, she's talking about someone else who owns something and wondering why the person wouldn't listen to other people's rules. It's yours. I just don't get it.
Years ago, the last line of defense that they had in terms of their morality was someone who quit because he said that he couldn't control his job was to regulate Twitter. He could not control Elon Musk because Elon Musk didn't want it to be regulated. He wanted it to be the world in which it is right now, which is a cesspool, as your wife said. She's a brilliant woman.
She is.
Tell
That's
her I
why
said
married her.
hello.
Thank you, I will.
I think the impulse to restrict speech is a slippery slope, but a dangerous one. More speech is better.
Is it really? Okay.
But do you think so? You actually think that X is the place of free speech?
Yeah,
Of course.
I think. I mean, I don't know why you would argue otherwise. Is it not?
Okay.
I think before he took it over, it was not a great place for conservatives, and now it's a.
There you go. And there you have that. I'm on X right now, and I can tell you I see both. The right, I see the left on there because I'm on X. I check it out. I see everybody on there, and they're able to express themselves. I don't see them being silenced. You are able to express yourself. Obviously, there are certain regulations. You don't want to, I guess, use certain languages or whatever the case may be. But this idea that because Elon wants to purchase MSNBC, he's silencing free speech, totally inaccurate. I don't buy that at all. I think it's actually a good thing because we've lost that for a long time. Free speech. In my opinion, it was being monopolized by the left. Because the only way I could get a balanced news was if I had to go on Fox. Other than that, everything else I was hearing, because I go on CNN, MSNBC, and the likes, it was all left-based news. If that's all you listen to, my friends, you are lost. You got to have both sides. I guess the issue is they just feel like they're not going to be able to say and do whatever they want to do. But we'll find out in time. Please drop in the comment section below if you think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. I think we need some balance here. But we've been just so chaotic in so many ways. We've seen things happen in this last 8 years that are totally unimaginable will be happening here in the U.S. You can't talk. You can't say what you want. But yet we say we have freedom of speech. But yet you can't express yourself. Freedom with limitations. Being dictated by one side. That's just a mess. Hey, we're about to wrap this up. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll be coming back with more pieces. You know how we like to wrap it up. We just like to remind ourselves that we always remember we got one life with many seasons. So let's make the best of it. God bless you. In the season of Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Bye for now. I'll see you soon.